So in this video we're playing Final Fantasy 15 and we're out at night again and just fighting some imps now, but the main purpose of what we're doing, as you can see there's an Iron Giant, so we are going to try and fight him. We did a video before where we tried to fight one of those and it didn't go maybe quite as well as we would have liked, but he didn't end up actually defeating us, but he got pretty close, so we ran away. So now I want to actually try fighting him again. In the last video I fought with Bandersnatch and that actually turned out alright, so we did a fair bit of damage there. But I just want to see whether we can actually beat him as he tries to pull us towards him. As you can see, he's doing a fair bit of damage already, and he's now... I thought he was going to squeeze me then. So the key to this, almost like we're fighting the Bandersnatch, I think is going to be using magic. See, Prompto's just gone into danger, which is not particularly great, but if you look at his health already, we beat him. Well, that didn't really take a lot. Obviously everyone was quite badly wounded in that, but still, no, that wasn't actually too bad. But it wasn't bad at all. We survived, and that's really the main thing. There's a few more imps around, so just going to take care of those quick. The imps aren't really testing at all. We'd like to see what else appears around now, whether we get more Iron Giants and maybe try and fight one of them again to see... Oh Christ, what is that? That's a Red Giant. Okay, haven't fought one of these before, and I don't remember seeing a Red Giant before on a Final Fantasy game. Iron Giant's quite familiar with, but Red Giant is new. Unfortunately, Libra is taking quite a long time to actually see about him, but hopefully get an idea if he's got the same sort of weaknesses as the Iron Giant. And he does not. So he's weak to that end thing, which I think is holy magic, but the rest of it he's not weak to at all. As you see, that essentially did no damage to him. So what's been destroying the Iron Giant is doing nothing to him. And he's almost got Prompto already. Gladiolus is out, as he's generally our strongest person. If he's been taken out already, then I think it might be best to run from this. And there we go. Yeah, okay. So maybe not fighting Red Giants at the minute then. That's very strange. The only thing he's weak to is holy magic. Everything else he's got resistance to. I haven't seen anything that indicates having holy magic yet. Seen nothing of the sort. I think that noise was a Red Giant, but he's quite far away, so I'm not sure. There doesn't seem to be anything else around. Okay, alright. So just going to take a walk around now and just see what else we can find around here. See what else comes out at night, see if anything reacts differently. Like the normal monsters we find, see if they react any differently at night time. You can see the Red Giant in the background there, just glowing with his sword. There's something over here. Building stone, that's handy. I don't know what we use it for, maybe we're building a house at some point. There's our car over there. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can find anything else to fight. Preferably not another Red Giant, because I don't think we're going to be able to take that on.
Man, that hurts.
And something hurts. And it's not normal that it hurts. I'm going to stay fairly close to this camp to our right here, just in case we do get into a bit of a tricky situation. At least then we can just sort of retreat there and hopefully recover any health we've lost there before we die. But in order to actually do that, we need to find something to fight first. Again, we just hear that Red Giant in the background. It's a very loud Red Giant. And there's another Red Giant appearing. And I would like to pick that up, but we can't because the Red Giant's there, so it's taken us into combat. just try and get outside of this red circle, sorry, and then we'll not have to fight him. But yeah, we're not going to do any damage to him, or not enough damage in a quick enough time period to actually make that a worthwhile fight. It's very loud. Let's have a look what's down here, see if anything different appears down here. There's something there. These usually docile, they don't. The Garulas don't usually attack.
Guys, we got a little problem over.
When we go near, it doesn't even usually come up with a warning that we're nearby. It doesn't usually come up with the red bit. So maybe at night they become aggressive.
That wasn't part of the deal.
Okay, let's hang up here. Let's try and take one of them out. They don't seem to be any stronger at night, that's one thing. They pretty much the same. So maybe they're just a bit more aggressive at night, a bit more wary if you're going near them. But for all intents and purposes don't seem to be any stronger. Appear to be from this. Anyway, this is again a fairly simple fight, which apparently we should have done quicker for that grade and with more finesse.
Let's go.
And here is a dog tag. So it's one of those weird quest things we have for Dave, which is to find some dog tags. Don't know whether that'll be like a future mission to find that specific one, because there wasn't a quest marker, it was just a random one we found. But we'll take it to him at some point when we next see him. He keeps popping up in random places, so I'm sure we'll encounter him before too long. I wonder if those red giants have disappeared. They seem to have, which is handy because I really don't want to fight them. Head back up this way and see if we can find anything else now. I wonder if there's a different types, or how many different types of enemies you can find at night. I think it'd be a few. So far I've only seen imps, iron giants and the red giant. Well, that's all that's appeared, which wouldn't normally in the day.
You okay?
I don't want to take a break, I want to find some people to fight.
Come on. Break time. Break time.
We'll have break time at some point, calm down. Obviously I'm not in the ideal condition to be fighting anything now anyway, because our health's not full and we haven't got any food we've eaten that's boosting our stats. It's one thing I'm not 100% sure about at the minute, because we need to eat food to boost our stats, but you eat food and it wears off by the time it gets around to night, so it's almost like you need to go out at night just purely as you are. You can't do any more, or you can't be any better than that. But there are things on the Ascension board that you can unlock that food lasts longer, so maybe it's just doing that. Maybe that's the only way to do it. I'm not really finding anything, in all honesty. I sort of expected, the way it talks about going out at night, that you're going to almost constantly encounter things, but it doesn't quite seem to be that way. A couple of early red giants and that one iron giant we found, and other than that we haven't found anything other than that group of things which are there in the day anyway, so it wasn't anything new. The sort of time where you'd even give you wouldn't even mind a nice attack by some Imperial soldiers or something, just to break the monotony a bit. I just really want to know if you get like a decent variety of things come out at this time.
Imperials above us. Thanks.
Well, we're going to get Imperials above us. There they are. Looks like they're going to land pretty much on our head. They are. Alright, well, I'll take those out. That's at least a fight. Oh. It's almost typical. You wait for one thing, and you get a few come out. some imps, and there is a red giant over there as well. So the one thing we didn't really want to see. Let's come out. I wonder whether it's going to be handy having these Imperial soldiers, whether they might actually attack the red giant and help. I imagine they probably won't. There must be something over there. They all seem to just be milling around. Right, they're attacking something. Where's Prompto? Did he get in the middle of all of them? I don't know, I didn't see him. Well, that seems to do a bit more damage to the red giant this time. Not really enough to be worthwhile. Alright, okay. Imp down. There's still some soldiers around. I thought all of those were gone. And we're getting pulled towards the gravity thing of the red giant.
We must regroup.
So we should regroup. Regrouping is not good when your health's quite low anyway, or especially in Prompto's case.
Want some?
Don't know who just did that, but what was the point? We've actually run away from the red giant. We're outside of its circle of aggression, or whatever it's called. Which is probably a good thing. I don't think it's really worth trying to fight him. So let's go through this way again and maybe just do a quick sweep around, see if we can find anything else come up, and if not, might just head back to the camp. I'm pleased we fought the Iron Giant and we beat that, but there's not a lot of variety out at night. You see the red giant still over there,
Real nice here.
but yeah, he's not. If that's all we're going to find now, which I don't know whether that's one of the things. Once you beat an Iron Giant, you only find red giants from then on. If it is, it seems a little bit, I don't know, almost pointless, because I still want to fight Iron Giants. At least I know I can beat them. That doesn't really look like we're going to find anything. And it actually looks like it's starting to get light. I don't know whether that's just me. At 2 o'clock maybe it gets light, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, anyway, so I'll leave the video there. We fought the Iron Giant, we've beaten him, and we'll probably go back to doing the main storyline quest in the next one rather than trying to find more things to fight.